It's our weekly analysis on the FX Triads, Euro USD, GBP USD, and DXY. The Heartfelt family welcomes you to last month of the second quarter, June. I trust you ended the month of May on the positive note, but if not, don't worry, we've got you covered. There are more to come. This month promises to be a great one since you're going to be a kind of distribution month for the FX Triads. So make sure you follow us. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok, and you can join our community where I give updates on what to anticipate in the market. All right, look at this. We have the Forex Factory here before you. What do we have for the week? A whole lot of red folders for the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but I am going to concentrate on 2 out of these days, which is on Monday. On Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to be looking for an entry. Monday, Tuesday, that should, especially after the news. After the news, Monday, better prior to the news, maybe London section, I should take a trade, right? And before the end of the day, probably after the news, I should stroke Tuesday, I'm going to take another entry, and another one going to be on Friday. I'm still going to look after the NFP. I will still hunt for entries. So all of these things will be disclosed in the free Telegram channels. I hope you can hop in. So those are the two majors. Like Wednesday, capitalize on that trade, on that news, capitalize on Wednesday. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays might be very, very key days to trade. All right, so let's hop into the chart and see what price holds for us from the month down to daily time frame. Okay, on the monthly time frame for DXY, what do you see? Price has reacted off this FVG, taking almost closing the imbalance. This FVG on monthly time frame, right? And this month price is trying to kind of went up and down. So we have an FVG here, we have up here. So what are you going to anticipate? So market is still bearish, but we can also expect market the price to see push into this place before dropping to the downside. All right. So, but I want to show you something on Euro USD and GBP USD. Euro USD and GBP USD on the monthly time frame. You can see that the month of May is an inside candle, has not taken the high of April. Okay. Why on GBP USD, the month of May, they was able to take what's the high, but closed above, still a higher price, but there's still market can still, it kind of retrace to that FVG. All right, market can still retrace down, into this FVG before pushing to the upside. Right, so that is that for the weekly. Let's see the monthly. Let's see the weekly. Now on the weekly time frame DXY, what are you seeing here? I told us in the last trading week that we are trading within this swing, right? We have a swing here and we have a swing here, all right? And we have a swing here. Okay, we have a swing here, we have a swing here, we have a swing here. So what are we seeing here? There was a bearish drop, and look at how this price market closed here, right? Closed, inside. All right, so still signaling that price might a little bit push the upside, but this is going to be an invalidation level. If market takes off this low, there's going to be a massive pump to the downside. But if the market can be able to take off this high, there's going to be a massive pump to the upside, targeting this area first, which is our second TP for this quarter. All right, that is that for DXY. On Euro USD, what are you seeing too on Euro USD? Same thing as I've just shown you, negative correlated pair to DXY. What are you seeing here? Price closed to an inside candle, right? Price closed the inside of this bullish candle. So there's a swing here and there's a swing here. So there's going to be an invalidation level, all right? And this to target this. All right, so that is just on a summary. Don't worry, hold on. I'm going to tell you what to anticipate for the week. All right, just overview of what market is a little bit showing us. Then on GBP USD, you can see here, all right, inside candle like Euro USD and DXY. See, so for those of you that trade CRT, it can also be a pointer that this might be a CRT that price might want to target 50% of this and the low of this. So whatever happens in the marketplace, we might be seeing a drop, right? Probably a retracement to the upside into the block and drop down to take the low. So take note of that. Same thing here. Probably market might hit the other block, all right, and drop down to take the low, then push on to the last TP, as the case may be. All right, so that is for the weekly time frame. Let's see the daily time frame. On daily time frame, look at it now on GBP USD. So we might also anticipate price to hit on daily time frame either the rejection block, or there is a little FVG here. All right, there's a little FVG here. I told us last week that the moment price takes off the high, you should look for a sell. And from also Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, once the high is taken, look for a sell. You can see here on Monday took the high, and we took a sell down and closed below. And on Friday also took the high of Thursday, give also an entry over 50 pips. All right, so we had a good two trade setup on Monday and on Friday for the week. So, but for this week, we might anticipate price to a kind of retrace to the upside to either of this rejection block, or to take off the high into this FVG. There's a little FVG here. All right, there's a little FVG here. Between Monday and Wednesday, there's a little FVG here. All right, so whatever happens, price might push to rejection block or take off the previous day high into this and drop. All right, and drop to take this low before this. All right, so keep that in mind. Then on Euro USD, what are we seeing here on Euro USD? On Euro USD, don't forget last week Monday, I told us that we had to anticipate a sell setup, that anytime price takes off the high of Monday and every other day, you should look for a sell. And on Monday, what happened? Price takes off the Friday high and boom. I told us we had to buy on Monday, which price did, and also gave us a sell entry. And boom, on Tuesday, market dropped. Wednesday, massively over 150 pips. And the market retraced back on Thursday. And on Friday, what happened? Market also took off, like I told us, took off the high of it, and the market began to drop about over 60 pips for the week. So we had the entry on Monday and also on Friday. So for this week, what are we anticipating? I told us that here's going to be a little invalidation level. All right, and the market was able to invalidate that level. Okay, so what are we anticipating for the week? I still want to anticipate a bearish move, and here will be my invalidation level. All right, here will be my invalidation level. Don't forget what I told us here. I told us something here, that if market invalidates this level, what happened? Should answer, because we have to sell here. Market push up, took it off, and this one retest it to the upside. And here again, last week we said that here is going to be protected, but if price validates it, if invalidates it, what happened? We might look for a short move, all right, for Euro USD. Now here again, what happened here? Price is still ranging within this location. So I anticipate here this will be an invalidation level, all right, but we might be buying probably on Monday. On Monday, we might be buying on Monday. I don't know, but let's see how the price, how the market comes up, especially for the fundamentals on Monday. Let's see how it goes, but we might look for a little push up, all right, either to this rejection block or might even take up the high here to retest this rejection block. But this is going to be our validation level, right? If price takes off the high, that means you're going to look for a higher price, all right, higher prices. But since it has invalidated this level, anything that makes the price close below this level, below this bearish, the week low, right? If price closes below it, price should retest it and drop, and it's going to be massive. If price can close below here, all right, if price can close below here, it's going to be massive. Price will keep dropping to take this low, all right. So I want to go bearish for the week. How will I do that? Once price takes any previous day high, I will hunt for a sell, and I will take my sell especially for after the fundamentals on Monday and also on Friday to hold against next week, if all things being equal. So don't forget to drop your comments, drop your question, and you can hop into the free Telegram group for more updates. We only predict here, but we react when the market opens. All right, see you on weekend for another review. I wish you all the best for this new trading week. God bless you.